Are we ready back there? Did you say hold on? Sorry. Down here? Oh, don't hold this. Don't do that, you mean? What, this, Rodney? Don't do that. Hi, everybody. Welcome. You're being a line. I mean, what? Hi, everybody. There we go. Hi, Kylie. I know. Oh, my God. I'm like, it's noon, people. How are you?
I'm so good.
I feel like we're like boot sisters with our funky boots. We have a lot of hair. What's your sign?
Cancer.
Okay, I'm a Leo, so we're close.
We could totally make this work.
Yeah. I always like when that Chris Lane song out, what's your name, what's your sign, when's your birthday? I was like, oh my God, I ask people that all the time. And then when you came in, I was like, ooh, I love your boots.
Well,
Those are so cute.
Animal print is the way to go.
Right? Because it dresses anything up.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It's like you could wear jeans and a T-shirt and you put the boots on, all of a sudden you're like,
look how fancy I am.
I'm so fancy. How are you?
I'm so good. Very happy to be here.
Have you ever been to Philly before?
No, this is my first time.
Woo!
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I have to give you the rundown of Philly. Did they take you for a cheesesteak yet?
Well, we are literally here for not that long, so I feel like I had to see at least one thing. I ran down to see the Liberty Bell this morning,
Good.
so I got my dose of Philly.
Good. Okay, good. Did you take pictures and stuff?
I did.
I didn't. Did you? I don't think you put it on your story yet, though.
I did like a little story this morning.
Okay.
Just like doing a little video of it,
Good,
proving
okay.
that I was next to it.
This all means you just have to come back for a little bit longer
Exactly.
and like do the Rocky steps and like the whole thing. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And you're from Oklahoma.
Yes.
Right? Is your family still there?
Sadly, yeah. I moved to Nashville. I might as well have like lost a limb, but they are. I'll be seeing them for Thanksgiving next week.
Good.
So very happy about that.
Do they come visit you in Nashville a lot, or I'm assuming you're on the road a lot, so that's probably hard.
I'm on radio tour right now, yeah.
Right.
So it is hard to see them right now, but
Yeah.
I'm actually very excited because Southwest is getting a direct flight from Oklahoma to Nashville. So I have a
Cool.
14-year-old little sister, so I'm forcing her to spend every weekend with me as
That's
much as
so
she can.
fun.
Yeah,
Where do you fly into in Oklahoma?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay. I've never been there, so I feel like I need like do a Midwest tour.
It's a
Now-
very small airport.
Yeah, but that's good though. That you get in and out really
Yep.
fast.
Exactly.
So what's this journey been like for you so far? Like, obviously, you were pretty young when you moved to Nashville. You did the songwriting thing, and now all of a sudden you're like doing this radio tour and being the girl, the woman. Has it hit you, or like, are you tired? Like, how do you feel?
It still just like blows my mind the fact that like I feel like I've kind of been sitting on my hands for a very long time. The music business takes a very long time, and
Yeah.
and they weren't lying when they say once the ball starts rolling, it never stops. And I'm just so thankful to actually be showing the music that I've been writing for the past 12 years and proving that I've been working.
Right.
And just showing the people what so many people have been like, you know, when are you putting out music? When are you going to do this? When are you doing this? And it's finally all happening. I'm like, now I'm doing it now.
Right.
So very
Right
happy.
now.
Yes.
Do you find it's easier to get inspiration from happiness or sadness?
Sadness for sure.
Really?
I-
Okay.
Love writing a good breakup song.
Okay. Now, will you always take it from your own inspiration, or are you one of those people that could see a friend going through something and write that?
Definitely a friend, a TV show, anything like that. I've actually
Right.
been in a very happy relationship for 5 years, so the whole
Oh, wow.
breakup song has had to draw from different inspiration.
Aren't you lucky in love? Huh? Love all those people.
From everything is what I love. My friends and I will be out and we'll like be having a conversation and they'll say something and I'm like pull out my phone. Sounds like that'd be a great title, and they're like, "That's so rude, Kylie. You can't do that in the middle of a conversation." I'm like, "Well, art is art."
Just be like, when I'm selling out arenas and all y'all want to go on the private jet, I'm going to say,
remember
see,
that.
yeah, this is why. Because of that jerky guy you did,
Exactly.
Kevin, for this.
Kevin.
Right? That's
It's a good jerk name. Yeah.
So when you're performing, obviously, and then you're writing, do you feel comfortable in more one space or the other? Like, I don't want to say do you like one better than the other, because I think that's unfair, because they're
Totally.
both crafts. But does one make you feel more at ease?
So I toured very heavily from 14 to 19.
Okay.
Was on the road all the time, very similar to how I am now. And then 19 to 23 was very much writing. I spent a lot of time writing for the record, figuring out who I loved creating with, what I wanted to say on this record, And so now that I'm back in the touring kind of part of it, I'm very, very excited to be in this part. It's like watching your song babies grow up and being able to show them to everybody. And, you know, like when people have kids and they're like, oh, look at all these pictures. I'm like, these songs are my babies. I'm like, look at all these songs. So very happy to be showing them to people.
Yeah. It's kind of like when a mom gets a mom night out. They both her kids and being able to go out.
Exactly.
And that's how it's like you birth these songs and now you get to show them off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that so much.
Thank you.
All right, so we got to talk about the yoga side because your Instagram, you're like, dude, I'm like, should have wear. Oh, sorry. Look at, I wasn't paying attention. I was holding the bottom. Sorry, Rodney. So I was like, should we have done yoga? Like, should we all
totally
have done some stretches? Should we do tree pose right now?
You're already nailing it.
I know, I'm trying.
Already nailing it.
Yeah. So how did yoga come about through all? Because you're an instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how did that come about with all the in your art?
I was a gymnast for 10 years.
Okay.
And
you're tall for a gymnast.
Well, when I quit, I grew a lot.
Like,
so
sorry.
literally 3 inches in one summer when I
Wow.
quit. It was crazy. But it was a very dedicated mind, body, spirit sport.
Yeah.
And was always and I fell in love with it because it was finally bringing back those parts of me that I missed. And as an artist, our brain is like going 1,000 miles a minute and trying to filter all these emotions. And I feel like yoga was finally the first time I opened my eyes after the end of the yoga class, and I wasn't thinking about anything else other than being right there. And that was the first time that I'd felt that in a really long time. So especially traveling and all these, I mean, we're just literally the face of a machine of so many people behind the curtain, so many things happening behind the curtain. And so to kind of center me as I'm traveling and as I'm doing that, it really has, it's really been life-changing for me, for sure.
You definitely need to have some yoga classes on the road. Like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that would be so fun. And like, do you ever go to different studios when you're touring, or will you just do it on your own since you kind of know the flow?
Usually we don't have a lot of time while we're touring, so it's a lot of hotel room yoga. But when I can and I have a morning or something like that, I love visiting other studios and seeing other instructors and kind of drawing inspiration from that.
I love that. When I was like on the internet, looking you up, I was like, wow, this is such a cool. And I feel like it makes a lot of sense for what you do when you're trying to get inspiration and trying to find that zen, that like it makes sense that it connects, you know?
Well, that's why I wanted to become an instructor as well, because like I said, music takes so long, the journey is so long, and being an instructor, when everyone opens their eyes at the end of class, I call it giving them yoga brain, because they're all like little bobbleheads.
I'm all like, when do we get into Shavasana?
Exactly.
Please don't make me do pigeon.
There's such gratification from that, and you're like, I helped do that. And so that's what we want as artists as well, is just to inspire people and get people in their yoga brain state. So it's very inspiring for sure.
I love that. Okay. Gossip Girl.
Never did it.
Okay.
So
I never did it either yet.
I'm like opening it up, and I'm
How are
addicted.
you avoiding the spoilers? Are you just that disciplined?
I literally I hardly ever get on social media when it comes to anything other than like what I'm doing, and like I'm traveling so much and things like that. So I don't look at a lot of the spoiler stuff,
okay,
because
that's good. Yeah.
my biggest spoiler is my mom. My mom's like, "Did you watch this episode yet?" I'm like, "Mom, you're ruining it. Stop."
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, who's your dream collab?
Oh, I love this question. So growing up, I actually didn't even know there was another genre of music till I was 12. And
Wow.
Country has always been it. And
Okay.
so, but a lot of the times growing up, there was not a lot of younger country singers. And so I think the one that kind of definitely gave me the inspiration of like being able to start at a very young age was Taylor.
Yeah.
She was the first one to kind of just do it, and I was like, you don't have to wait to be in your 20s or in your 30s to
Right.
kind of say what you want to say in country music. And so I think she's always been my dream collab for that reason of just like I respect her marketing brain and her creativeness so much.
Yeah, I mean, she's a woman, and she should. Am I? Did I hit it again? Did I? I mean, I'm
helping
being
her.
such a novice today. What's going on with me? The thing about hers, I think, is really interesting, is that she just tries to continue to reinvent herself. You know what I mean?
And does it very tastefully.
Very tastefully, and she takes time to kind of like educate herself on like what she wants to do next.
Totally.
But I think that she needs to come back to country and do like she did the Dixie Chicks, right?
I miss that.
But I feel like I mean, she's in Nashville all the time. It's kind of like she teases us.
Totally.
You know what I mean? It's like, come on, Taylor, what do you do? But, you know, she's going to be on the AMAs on Sunday. And
I'm
so,
excited
like,
to see that.
and there was a whole controversy, but, like, so much of her old stuff that made her who she is country. So, like, I'm going to be mad if she doesn't give that some
love.
Some love. Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
What song right now are you obsessed with? In general.
Totally. So I'm a huge fan of just new music in general. We've been listening to a lot of music on the road, being in the car so much. And so honestly, I listen to all of the rising pop on Spotify or new boots or anything like that. I just want to hear new music. I want to hear from new artists and what they have to say and how they're saying it. And so as of right now, anything new, I'm open to listening to it for sure.
Awesome. And what's your favorite app?
Ooh, my favorite app is an app called All Trails.
I've never heard of it.
I'm a huge hiker, and so anytime I'm in a city and I have a morning free, I can go on that app and it can show me what trails are near me, so that I can get my little dose of nature while I'm out on the road. Yeah. Ooh.
On the river, and you like.
See, that is an ultimate Kylie day.
Yeah, it's
I love
so
that.
pretty. I would love that. Now that he gave me this, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you get into it, you start to sing and dance. All right, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You're going to perform, and then we'll come back and, like, chit-chat a little bit when you're done. But Kylie, everybody. Kylie Morgan.
Thank you.